Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for another in our series of e-rig comparisons. Well, these two seemed very well suited to do a comparison. Why would that be? The Gpen Rome by Grenco Science and the High Five Duo by High Five. Why? They look different. Well, it's because they're both manually digitally operating. What does that mean? That means that on the fly, you are able, with both of these units, to change your temperatures. You're going to have a temperature digitally readout on the Gpen. You're going to have a temperature digital readout over here on the High Five Duo. Let's take a look. And what you can do with a flick of a button is you can adjust your temperatures up and down. That is very important. That is a critical similarity between these two devices. Let's talk further. Both of these devices have handled very well the objection of clogging, the objection of cleaning. How so? The Gpen makes it really easy to completely swipe out the atomizer, get to the air path, and keep it clean. In addition, this is on the atomizer side. In addition to on the atomizer side, what they do on the mouthpiece side is make it so you can disassemble two pieces. You can take off the battery side, and then you have the mouthpiece side, the bubbler side. And the bubbler side is really cool. What you can do on the inside of the battery side on the Gpen is you can actually remove the air path. That's right, it comes out. It's just a silicone sleeve. When you clean it with ISO, you simply put the sleeve back in and your air path is ready to go. This was one of the simplest things I ever came in contact with for cleanability. It really exposed it and made it easy to do. Now, a couple other things. Both of these are portable, but you're really not going to take these types of things anywhere. They're portable. You can take them room to room. Okay? Both of these preserve taste incredibly well. Both of these have larger than normal buckets. That means you can put in more dab material, not worrying about overloading your bucket. Couple differences between the two. We obviously have a larger battery and a larger housing with the High Five Duo, as well as an exposed bent neck glass. The Gpen Rome really did something unique. They hid the air path inside the unit, made it really easy to access, but really they wanted to make a unit that would fit in the hand and be very easy to take with you if you're walking around somewhere. The High Five Duo is a stronger in terms of it really is more of a desktop unit designed for really powerful hits. Now, a couple things you want to talk about with the High Five. You can adjust your colors. You can adjust the way the colors come to you. You can adjust a lot on the High Five by simply changing the things, your temperature, color, brightness, and the lights themselves, and you have a hit extender. You can click all those changes on the High Five Duo. So it has quite a bit going on for it. On the Gpen, what you're able to change is temperature up and down, and there's a battery indicator. So a little bit less customization capabilities on the Gpen than there are on the High Five. I will say that I've had experience with both of these, and I've never on either one of these tasted a dab roach, which means you really can expect to get the most out of your dab material. Matter of fact, let's demonstrate a hit on the High Five Duo right now, so we can give everybody a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. I'm going to put in just enough for one hit. I've got a big rock in here I've got to cut, so bear with me a second. putting in enough for a hit, which to me is kind of like a rice kernel or two, piece of rice, that size dab. I don't want to overload it because really I'm just doing it for this demo and I'm going to move on. So, cover it up, hold down the square until you hear the haptic response, and it's going. It's heating now. It's going to then give another haptic response when it's ready on the Hi-Fi Duo. The lights are cool because they cycle through and it's pretty to look at. The way they've constructed the unit, I think, is very strong. It can take a beating. You don't want to drop it on the floor, but this is not a fragile, so to speak, unit. We're at temp now. It says it, plus it gives you a haptic response. Cheers. Extremely tasty. You get the power too. This unit, the Hi-Fi Duo, really should be known for power and pleasure. Power to give you the bang, but the taste stays very good. Here we're going to heat it up again. And it's at temp. I don't want it too hot. I roll around 420 degrees, 450 on this, and I find that it gives me plenty of vapor. You can see all the vapor coming out. There's still a lot of material in there. We're going to take the same amount. We're going to use the same amount of dab material. I'm going to use SoCal Dabber's GMO now. I'm going to switch it a little bit. But we're going to use the same amount, rice kernel size. We're going to put it in the Gpen Rome. The taste is incredible on that High Five, I have to say. Now, let's hit it. Heating at 600, that's going to be 200. 600 is the lowest temperature for this puppy, I believe. Yes. So this is going to heat her up at a little bit higher temperature. Here we go. Cheers. Still very smooth. Very smooth. Now, interesting enough, you really can't see the clouds. What you can see is the vapor coming off the top. You can see the vape trail, if you will, the dab train. You still want to make sure that there's efficiency. What do I mean by efficiency? I look in, and once again, it has not eaten all my dab material. What does that tell us? What it tells us is that these two units will give you longevity to your dab material. You won't taste a dab roach in the first 3 or 4 hits, and that's incredible. Sometimes it's just one. No burn taste. No burn taste at all. This was Mrs. Stoner's favorite when it came out. And it still remains high on our list, the Gpen Rome. Look at all the vapor coming out of this. And it gives you a nice long session time. The air filtration works really good. It's finished now, but that was really delicious. Let's go back over to the Hi-Fi Duo. I think there's a little bit of material left in there. Let's see if there's enough for one hit without a dab roach taste. Here we go. price point wise, they're comparable also. So these two units are really great to look at for the people who love taste, for the people who want efficiency to preserve their dabs, and want very high quality machines. They're put together extremely well with that European look. Excellent. Both solid pieces of machinery, and I recommend them both. This has been the comparison of manual, digitally operated dab rigs, the Gpen Roam and the Hi-5 Duo. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. If you did, please subscribe. Send me your comments. I reply to every one of them. The Gpen Roam and the Hi-5 Duo. The comparison. Cheers, everybody.